Hey everyone, it's me Senthil, VP of Marketing at Stan Ventures.
Hello everyone, this is Harun, Head of Digital Marketing at Stan Ventures.
Great. So me and Harun were just having a conversation earlier today. We've been in the industry for over 10 years, and we just thought where the SEO industry is headed because when we began our careers at that time, I mean somewhere around 2007 and 8, there itself a lot of articles have surfaced about SEO is dead. And
Yes.
still, even we are in 2020, still people are talking about SEO is dead. Probably we thought maybe in 2025 or 2030 still people will be talking about it. The real game is that SEO is not dead. It's just, enhancing further. So one of the conversation that we also had was about guest posts. It's been talked a lot in the industry. Everybody is on it. All the top agencies in the US are on it. And we just thought, where is it headed? So my friend Harun came in with a lot of questions. So I just thought, hey, why don't we record it as a podcast and release it to the SEO community so that it could also help them out. Yes, Arun. So you had a lot of questions, right? Yeah, please, can you go ahead and ask? Maybe I'll try my best to answer that.
Thanks, Senthil. And first of all, thanks for taking this opportunity to educate the SEO community about guest posts, which is one of the most important topic being discussed in almost all the forum that we see. So my first question to you would be, does guest post really help in the year 2020?
A big definitive yes, Harun. The thing is, yes, the name might sound like a bit spammy because there's a lot of cheap
Mm-hmm.
providers out there who just, make guest posting sound too spammy. But the
Yes.
core, the core thing about guest posting, it's very, very healthy. Because without guest post, probably an entrepreneur magazine or a Huffington Post, they all sound on the same way. There will be like multiple people need to contribute
Mm-hmm.
multiple different topics, multiple
Yes.
different viewpoints, and it's not just limited to journalists. So everybody have a story to tell,
Correct.
and that's what guest posting it is. And just that, as they always do in the SEO industry, when something is working well, everybody's gonna turn the tide on it. Every single company in every single street out there is gonna pitch it, and they're gonna sell it as a service. So I think that's when the whole guest posting started looking a bit spammy. But the real core is definitely helping the industry. It in fact helps Google to index more relevant content. It's also helping the
Okay.
webmasters to get more traffic, organic traffic to their site because a lot of good quality content is posted. So yeah, definitely I see it a very healthy future for guest posting. The names might change here and there, but it's definitely healthy.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Now, how do you see this guest post compared to social influencers? What role does guest posting play in the SEO industry?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So if you take about, I mean, guest post has been in existence for over a decade now.
Yes.
So the social influencers, it is something after Instagram came in and after Instagram became really hot from
Mm-hmm.
2014. Something called the influencers, the influencer outreach, and all these things started bubbling up, and it became a hot topic. Whether you go to restaurants or not, the waiters are a bit afraid whether hey this guy is an influencer or not because
Yes.
he's gonna ask for a discount in the bill or maybe they are gonna ask for a free food. So
Yes,
it's
that's
it's
true.
just everywhere. Everyone talks about influencers. The thing is, in the SEO industry, guest posting is the influencer outreach. So you get your post featured on various different blog posts, blogs out there. So it's definitely helping a lot. I would say yes. What influencer outreach is for the social media, definitely guest post is for the SEO world.
Okay, great. So the next question that I have for you is, does Google actually index all the links that we post on the websites? So what's your take on this one?
Yes, Arun. So with regards to that, there is two things which people have to make note on that. So the first thing is whether the guest posting site is no following
Mm-hmm.
it or is it no indexing it. If it is no indexing the particular post, then obviously Google is not going to index it. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's just
Yes.
going to add a no follow link, then it's still fine because Google has the capability. They are still indexing the no follow links. Even though they say the link juice is not getting flowed because of no follow links, but still, the link flow or the signals that Google used to, to understand about the brand, it's definitely there. It definitely works.
Okay, so what you're saying is if it is a no follow or do follow, we still should go for that guest posting and provide content on the website.
Absolutely. Unless or until it's a no index,
Okay,
I think you're
that's
pretty
fine.
much safe on that angle. I think it's pretty healthy. If you're just going to have every single link out there as a do follow link, that
Hmm.
itself gives a mixed signal to Google that you're trying to build links. So I think a healthy mix of no follow and do follow links is definitely very good for any SEO campaign.
Okay, great. Thanks for that, Sanjay. And the next question, again, quickly, I'm asking is about the relevancy. So let us now take an example of a website that is multi-niche,
Mhm.
and let us take our example of Stan Ventures, which we are into core SEO fulfillment services.
Mhm.
So if I get a link from a multi-niche website, or if I get a link from a CBD related website where we highlight SEO case study,
Mhm.
would that be more beneficial, or getting a link from search engine journal on the other hand, which is very much focused on the SEO topic itself? So what is more beneficial to us
Yes,
posting?
sure. Definitely the topical relevancy is highly important, Harun. So just that, for example, we work with quite a lot of CBD related clients. And if
Mm-hmm.
a client wants to link out, maybe if we are having a partnership with them, and if they want to link out to us, then that's perfectly fine as long as the content that's surrounding the link talks about a particular niche. I think it
Okay.
should be fine. But if it's like an overall context, if you see that there's like tons of links built from a particular site, which is
Mm-hmm.
completely irrelevant to our niche, then it becomes a problem. For example, if we are blogging about the same topic, if guest posting is really it works in 2020. If you're going to post about it on search engine land, then definitely that has much more value compared to
Mm-hmm.
what a CBD site would have talked about. Even if it has one content talking about SEO, it's
Mm-hmm.
completely weird because what is SEO or what is marketing going to be like this thing being blogged about in a CBD website where they would rather than
Correct.
speak about a CBD supplements or all those things. So definitely, if a website is accepting a guest post on any topic, then you should be really have to stay away from it. If any good webmaster is there who's really caring about his website, he will be really wary about what type of topics he's accepting on his blog. So that itself is like a good sign. If a website is rejecting posts, that's a good
Mm-hmm.
sign. So maybe they are looking at the quality and the relevancy. So it's always better to look at a quality sites where your guest posts are being done rather than going after sites which just accepts guest post without any guidelines, just like that. In fact, some ask for money to post as well. Not
Yes.
some,
Yes.
of course, 70-80% of the sites out there ask for money. That's the reason why the guest post itself became like a spammy, or maybe it's tagged as a spammy tactic before. But to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, it's definitely not a spammy tactic. It's actually a healthy thing in the industry. Just that some people misused it by buying links, and because of that, it appeared to be spammy. But definitely, it's not. And yeah.
Okay. Thanks. So your answer itself, prompted me to ask the next question that I have. So that is when we are writing or approaching, let us take for an example, search engine journal
Mhm.
to allow us to post our content. So what is it that they are looking for? What value is it that they are looking for? And why would they accept our request to post on their website? So can you please shed some light on this one? So I'm sure SEO community will benefit a lot from this answer that you give us.
Yeah, sure, Harun. So first of all, when we are pitching to for a site like Search Engine Journal, we should first look at the audience that is going to
Hmm.
consume that content. And the second most important thing is look at the last 20 topics, that the website has covered about. If you take Search
Okay.
Engine Journal, they are more like the news breakers. They want to first
Hmm.
cover about Google algorithm update. They want to cover about the new event happenings in the industry. But in fact, if
Yeah,
you search for Google algorithm update, if you look at beyond search engine land, our website, Stan Ventures itself, our blog comes into the picture.
that's
So
true.
how we
Yes.
pulled it off is like we just kept on updating the industry with the relevant keyword and relevant content, and that's how we dominated that keyword. Now, coming back to your original question, now when how search engine journal or search engine land, if they accept a particular post,
Hmm.
definitely there is two things around. One is who's the guy behind the content, whether he is a relevant authority in the industry. So not like a regular, person shedding some light about the same old topic or the same old content. It doesn't give
Mm-hmm.
any new benefit to the people.
Correct.
And so that is something very crucial. Second thing is the topic and what you intend to cover in the topic. So that is also very crucial. It might be a new hack, or it might be something new that you have discovered on Google Analytics, or it might be something related to how you improve your traffic, or what new things that you have tried. So it's all about what are the new things you're trying, creating a case study around it, and sending it
Mm-hmm.
to Search Engine Journal so that others can learn from it. So if you provide such kind of a value, then definitely, people will accept the post. But if you're going to build
Okay.
something just because you'll get featured on Search Engine Journal, if the intention is that, then definitely the editors, the editors are experienced people. They know clearly
Mm-hmm. Yes.
who's trying to add value, who's trying to build a link.
Mm-hmm.
So if your intention is to build link, then definitely they'll reject it. But if
Okay.
your intention is like to really provide some value and
Mm-hmm.
backed up by some really good content as well as a really good data, definitely they'll
Okay.
accept it.
All right. So that's really interesting. So the key here is to add value to the audience of Search Engine Journal, and in return get an opportunity to be, to highlight our own company in authoritative websites.
Absolutely. That
So.
is what the key differentiator here. In fact, when I was mentioning about the way SEO is transforming itself, guest posts are also transforming it themselves. So for example, 3-4 years back, people are going hard on the keywords.
Mm-hmm.
They want to
Yes.
only link out from the keywords. But now it's more important to get your brand mentioned on the blogs. That is more important than trying to
Correct.
get a link for
Yes.
the keywords. In fact, there is one algorithm update where Google penalized sites which are heavily optimizing the links for the keywords itself. So it's all there, it's all happening, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Google is doing the best it can, to ensure that people are removing less spammy tactics and focusing more on providing value, and that is really good for the SEO industry and for the audience as well.
Great. Thank you so much, Senthil, for your valuable insights. So I'm sure the audience here would have got tons of information related to guest posting, what it is actually, what it means, what is the relevancy, and how we should be pitching to an authoritative websites, and get an opportunity to highlight or mention our company in those websites.
My pleasure,
So
Varun. My pleasure. So what we'll do is going forward, I think we come up with a lot of questions. I mean, being a SEO company, because we have over 200 people overall, so there's a lot of
correct.
conversations, a lot of questions pop up in people's mind. So what we'll do is, why don't we create a podcast series? We'll also involve our other people from our company. We'll have a
Okay.
conversation, whatever chit chats that we have around the SEO. Let's include that. So maybe somebody else could benefit out of this exercise, right?
That's a really good idea, Senthil. So, in communities, I know that SEO enthusiasts are hungry to get this valuable knowledge. Okay, so they are always looking out for this valuable information. It may be in the forums or through podcasts or through videos. And your idea, since we are dealing with SEO day in and day out, and the conversations that we will have definitely will be in and around SEO. So this gives us a great opportunity for us to, contribute towards the SEO community, and I'm sure lakhs of people will benefit from this.
Perfect. Done.
Great.
Thank you so much. Thank
So,
you so much, everybody who's listening to
all right.
this conversation. We'll be
Thanks,
back
Anil.
with even more topics sooner or later. We'll be doing this as a full-fledged podcast series based on your response. Thank you so much
Great.
for your time, Harun. Take
Thanks,
care.
Senthil. Thanks for
Bye.
being a part of it. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.